Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. Tonight I want to do a video on performance issues in the mid-year event. Now I didn't want to do this video straight away because I wanted to see if any of the issues would be fixed a couple days in, and I didn't want to be like salty about it. So I waited. We're about halfway through mid-year, 7 days left. What's it called now? White Stakes event. Yeah. But for avid PvP players, so it's mid-year event because it happens mid-year. Anyway, performance issues. So I'm on a sorcerer here. In this current fight, I'm the only red in PvP. It's like 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So I just wanted to test out this new build that I made. There's about a group of blues on, maybe a full team of blues. Not one bar, just a full 12-man group. So yeah, I'll show you. Just me online, by the way. Cool. Sorry about that. Yeah. Try to get rid of that notification thing. Anyway, yeah, so there's a full group on. It's me just testing out a new build, which is a pretty decent build actually. As you can see there were a delay with my heals because the sorcerer is absolutely broke when it comes to healing. Me moving left, right, up and down. It's like I'm stuck in tar. I'm like doing a jitterbug thing. It's hard for me to move. I'm looking here at how many people are online. There's no bars. Blue map, they just cap it map for it now, which is fair enough. Let them do it if they can. And lag beyond belief, it's crazy. People make this game, when they bring out an event, it's not like they prepare for extra players. Because a lot of PvE players come into PvP when mid-year mayhem's on, because why wouldn't they? They get event boxes, they get tickets. So it's very beneficial for anyone who, even if you're not a PvP player, just to be in PvP. You don't have to be a good fighter, you just get on siege, defend keeps, or help take keeps. You don't really have to do much attacking. And if you're an avid PvP player, you'll recognise that. And there are a lot of people moan about it, say, oh, stupid PvE players, what they're doing in PvP, ruining it for us all. And that's shut up, let them do it. Zombies win fights. But yeah, that's just one fight. I want to show you more issues with the game, so bear with me. Alright, so we have another video here of me using a sorcerer. As you can see, I'm smashing my heal buttons, no heal going whatsoever. Smashing the ultimate button. I'll rewind it a little bit. So there's my ultimate. I had to click it like 3 times for it to actually go. Heal, didn't do no. Heal, delay, heal, didn't do anything. Gonna get dragged all over. The sorcerer heals are so bad. We need a better heal that doesn't involve that stupid bird. And look, all my resources were gone then. Then I died. Now I've asked players about this, see if they have the same thing. They've said, yeah, but they don't really understand what causes it. I've asked the developers. They said it's probably just a connection issue on my end. I run a very good internet connection. I have trouble with no lag on any other game, and I play some pretty laggy games, and my friends, like when I'm in a party with my friends, say, oh, lagging like crazy, and I'm just here like smooth sailing. I don't really get lag, it's not an issue for me. But I just don't get why this stuff happens. The game's been out long enough, what is it, like 7-8 years now? And nothing ever gets fixed. And when you complain about an issue, they'll just blame you. Heck, little side note, I was getting called this, that, and other not so long ago. A guy said he was going to stab me, and I took screenshots, sent it all, and whatnot. And the advice from Zen was, have you tried asking him to stop? These game developers talk out the backside. Look at this guy, he's stuck in a wall. I don't know if that's purposefully or just accidentally. He looks like he's trying to get down, but I'm doing no damage to him, but somehow he's dying. Now wasted my ultra and loads of other skills trying to get the guy. Well, yeah, as I was saying, when you get an issue with bullying, harassment, just hatred behaviour, you're the problem apparently. Yeah. Let's have a look at another one. Can't even remember what this one is. But let's see. Sometimes I record flexes like when I bomb a group of people, so this could be one of. But I think I know what this one is now. Click on it, yeah. It's the door bug. It's a simple bug that's been out since day one, and it ruins the game, honestly. It should be such a simple fix, but you click it like 4 times. So you click it don't work. Click it twice, you go through it, then it pulls you back outside. So you click it again, it don't know. You click it twice, it pulls you back in, then back outside. It is so stupid. It can't be that hard to fix a bleeding door issue, and I'm not the only one who has this issue. Several dozen people. Now, that when I've complained about this before, they've said what you're going to do is put your weapon away and approach the door slowly and walk through it. As you can see, that I didn't have my weapon drawn. I clicked it twice, then I got through. But if you're in a fight, you're running away, you need to get into a keep, especially in mid-year mayhem with literally people everywhere. You're in a rush. Obviously you might have to double click it, because this game, a lot of stuff you have to double click. So if you're using a AoE, you've got to click it to position the AoE, then click it again to set it off. That's if it works correctly. A lot of times you place these AoEs and they don't actually do anything. Like, they won't show up, but it'll use your mag or your stamina or whatever. Yeah, this game's just a cluster at the moment. So I'm pretty sure I know what this one is. As you can see, we're following the hammer because there's a big fight going on with Tekkit map. I'm on my little sneaky archery guy. I will give it to Zen that since this has been released, the game, the graphics have improved somewhat. Like, there was no grass before, I don't think, it was just like a green texture. But now look at it, it's very nice. So what that did then was, while I was running, I must have ran between sections of the game, and it lags you out a bit. Some people get took off the game for that, and it happens all the time. So if you run past the right hand side of Blue Road Keep, BRK, it'll do that. And my friend, God bless her, she hates going to BRK because it happens to her all the time, and she's just on an Xbox One, and she gets put in a loading screen, and by the time she's out of loading screen, she's dead because someone's killed her, or it lags her back to the home screen, and when she loads back up, she's in a queue, especially in mid-year event, and it just makes it very hard for people to play. It's not an even playing field if you're on an Xbox One compared to an Xbox Series X. Personally, I prefer the Xbox One. The Series SX are a lot of shit. Yeah, there's plenty I can just keep going on about, but the main issue is the game does not work properly, and when you complain about it to the support team about whatever issue, they try to push you off to another department. They'll tell you it's your fault that you're doing something wrong. It's your internet connection. It's an Xbox issue. They do anything apart from take what you're saying as true. I do remember what happened here. I was like stuck in tarmac. I could not move. As you can see on my skill bar, it says I had a debuff on me. Oh, it's gone now. I thought it was a permanent one. Yeah, but that one, I remember actually jumping off the wall after this clip, and I was stuck in midair for like 3 or 4 seconds, because the game don't work. Like, it's a good idea, a good concept, but it doesn't work. Let's get back to the actual game. Right, so there's people coming online there. So what this game needs to do, in my personal opinion, is it needs to expand. It needs to stop being a bleeding Dorito-shaped thing, and from this waypoint here, the map should go all the way down here, all the way to here, then from here to this corner, and all the way up. It wouldn't hurt to put a extra couple keeps up top. That's as far as I can go. But just make the map actual bigger. It'd be more interesting. Like I said in previous videos, I think if a red team capture all these points, it should make the hammers spawn. So if you're red and you capture all points, it'll spawn for you, for the red team. If you're yellow and you capture it, spawns for the yellow team. Blue and you capture it, spawns for the blue team. Or it spawns in like the bang center. So if they put bridges in and it spawned like bang on that circle bit there. So you put bridges in, whatnot, and everybody's got to rush to get it. So just one central spawn point. It'd be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It connects Imperial City with Cyrodiil. So there's some very avid Imperial City players, some very avid PvP players, and this would be like a way to connect them all. And personally, I think that'd be a fantastic thing. I also said that they should add world bosses as well. So the dolmens in this are kind of pointless. Right. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, there's dolmens on it, but they're kind of pointless. They don't do nothing. You get some rewards and whatnot, but people just tend to buy a lot of stuff from vendors because it's cheap enough. So is there any plus points for playing PvP during Mid-Year Mayhem? We get good alliance points, but the thing is, when this started, the Reds are currently losing the campaign, by the way. So when this started, sorry, we're on 43,000, so we'd have to get double our current points to just break even. But we're going to lose this campaign. When this Mid-Year Mayhem first started, just taking a outpost, so like Sedge, Harlands, Bleakers, or Nickel, we were getting like 14,000 AP every time. And in the last 2 days, that has gone down to 6,000, which is fine. 6,000 still a lot. You usually get about 3,000 to 4,000 for capturing it, depending on how long the fight goes on. But as they're outposts, they usually overrun and taken down really quick. But we did used to get like 14k, 16. I even got one outpost. Sorry, I got 24,000. It was a really fast take. I don't know why. Like, we don't know resistance. We just ran in, knocked the door down, took it. 24,000 AP right there, which is good. We're awesome, but now we're getting like 6k. When taking keeps, we were getting like 40 plus k. Now we're getting maybe 14. And I don't get why. It's like I don't get why the AP amount of AP has changed. I mean, it's a decent amount. It doesn't explain what makes it higher. Like, I know if we hold Drake, that will boost our AP by 8%. Yeah, same if we hold Dragon, and if we hold Brindle. So if we hold them all and take a keep, we'll get a bigger amount. But we was doing that, and we were still getting such a tiny little amount, and I have no idea why. And it's kind of frustrating as well. What else is really frustrating about this game is these mission boards. So there's going to be ones. If you haven't got a mission selected, it's going to tell you to take a keep that you don't currently have. But look at this one, Black Boot. Black Boot is all the way down there. So if I were going to accept that quest, I'd have to ride the entirety of the map just to get there. Just to do that quest. It's ridiculous. There should be a list of quests I can pick up. So like, oh, we're going to attack, I don't know, Chalmon. So we should be able to pick up the Chalmon quest and share it between our team. And if you pick it up, Black Boot Mine, so you go to journal, quests. Oh, there it is. Abandoned. Now it should change, but it doesn't always change. Elysia. Now Elysia is there, so it's closer, but it's still ridiculous. It should give me. I should be able to pick up the quest for taking Kingsback off Farah and the resources around it. This one is like the main mission board, so it's going to give you a couple of options. So that one's for kill 40 players. There's also one for capturing 3 keeps. There's one for capturing 9 resources, and one for capturing, Brummer, crops, and Velastris. Now these are towns, so you get you've got to capture them all. But that quest sucks, and if you got that quest and you're trying to get rid of it, I'm even getting a lag, and there's no one about. This game's so stupid. So there it says capture Farragut Keep. That's Farragut. So what's... Sorry, that's not Farragut. That's Farragut, yeah. So that actually served me right. But it should give us the option to pick our own quests. Because it just makes no sense. It's same with scrolls. Like, if we're gonna... When you're capturing scrolls, you either want Chim or Gartok first, because you want to put them back in your temples. But when you pick up the scrolls from that guy, scroll quest from that guy up there, it'll give you ones that you don't need, ones that you can't even pick up. It's pointless. It'll give you Nimok or Altadun or some crap you don't need. This game's nonsensical. I'll tell you what works on on Elder Scrolls and never breaks: the Crown Store. If there is one issue with the Crown Store, it'll be fixed within 5 minutes, I guarantee it. Ooh, a little statue. Rawr. Alliance War Skill. Oh, so that boosts your alliance points that you get. Alliance change. So even this is pointless, the alliance change tokens, 2,250, normally 2,500, so you're saving 250 alliance points. Not alliance points, crowns. can't launch that while I'm on an app, but that's close to about £20, I think, just to change your alliance. So if you're new to the game, you build up a character, and you get it to champion rank. Then you think, oh, I'm going to start doing a bit of PvP. But you're in an alliance that's not very active, like for EU, yellows, they're not very active. They have their moments every other month, but they're not very active. The main two alliances are reds and blues. So if you're in the yellows and your team's not doing nothing, it's going to cost you nearly £20 per character to change alliances. And you can have 18 characters. So if you've got 18 characters that you need to change alliance on every single one, you're going to be very poor. It's an insane amount. For every character you create, you should have one free alliance change, one free name change, one free race change. And now the race change for me is kind of a big one because they constantly are buffing or debuffing races. So I'm a high elf right now, and it's good. But a couple weeks back, maybe a month or so, it was recommend using on a sorcerer a dark elf for the 1-bar heavy attack build. But now it's changed back to the high elf. So something's changed, and I would have had to bought it twice, the race change, to go to a dark elf and back to a high elf. So that would have cost me £40 just for one character. When it comes to the name change, that really bugs me because I have a character called Gandalf the Blizzard, but the game changed it unknowing to me because somebody pointed it out to me to Gangelf, and I kind of want to delete a bleeding character now. But I've put money on. I think I've got a race change and armor slots and stuff like that. So I put a bit of money onto the actual character because he's like my tank. But now my character just sounds stupid. Yeah, I know I'm bitching and moaning a bit, but as much as I love this game, it kind of does my bleeding head in as well. Other issues, like always, they buff and debuff sets. They don't tell you about it. You have to do a deep dive on the internet. Same with races, buff, debuff, gear sets, buff, debuff, skills. They even change some skills. So if you reset all your skills and you're looking at the morphs, it'll say new morph. Doesn't tell you any of this. Like I say, you gotta do a deep dive on the bleeding internet. So if you had a OP build, let's say a year ago, right now it could be nothing. It could hit like a wet noodle. And it's kind of upsetting and demoralising. If you message Zen and ask them about is someone getting buffed or debuffed, they won't tell you. They said read patch notes or some stuff like that. And that's what I'm the attitude that those support workers give you is unreal. Yeah, I think that's about it for the video. If you can play, like if you wanted to play PvP, best way to get AP at the moment in Cyrodiil, if you can get into it, because with the queue time it's maybe an hour or two. The best build to be for maximum AP is, I will show you. I just want to do say I love this sorcerer. To me, sorcerer's like one of the best builds on the game. It's had its ups and downs all the years. Kept getting nerfed into the ground, but I stuck with it and made some pretty interesting builds. So, if you want, now I recommend this to anyone because I love bombers and I recommend bombers, more bombers in PvP, even though they are trying to get rid of bombers. So I have 18 characters. On every single one of their armor slots, they're a bomber. So, but if you're going to make a bomber, I'd recommend the Sorcerer bomber. So that's what you'd need. It says the shoulders are missing. That's because I accidentally put them in the bank, but I'll show you an option for that. Right, so it's Dark Convergence, Vicious Death. Doesn't really matter which order you have them in. Restoration Staff on back, but you don't need that because it's a 1-bar build. Jewelry, you want Bloodthirster, All Divine. Yeah, I can't equip it at the moment because I need to do something. Yeah, so if you're gonna change the shoulder, you want one with penetration. What's that one I've got called? Penetration. Sorry, I'm terrible at remembering the names of these things. City of Ash. Yeah, so you want just one piece of that for penetration. There is other sets if you can't get that. So like if you're building it and you can't get the sets out of a box because it's not a guaranteed drop, there are other options for the one-piece penetration. So if you go into the Imperial City Sewers, wrong one here, look at these. This one is one-piece pen, and you can buy them from the vendor inside the Imperial City Sewers. If you can't get that, yeah, like if you haven't got enough Telvar to buy that, another option is getting the helmet instead. Like it don't matter which way around the helmet or shoulders goes, so you could have Vicious Death shoulders and one-piece monster helm. Let me see, I'll equip it. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. Save. Right, so I'll equip this. And when you're on your bomber, you're looking. I forgot to put one piece on. Personally, I prefer having Balrogs on after 17k is about it's nearly 18k penetration, nearly 5k spell damage, 33.4% critical damage. And it's really simple. What you want to do is get your stupid little pet out. You're going to be squishy though, I'm just going to show you. Resistance is like 20k. So for this, it's pretty simple. You put your negate down, which is your ultimate. Then you Dietrich Mines, chuck that on top. Then you smash them on. And you can check out like 20-30 people at a time. I have 2 heals because, like I said earlier, the Flappy Bird thing is good, but it takes so long to do, so I like having Resolving Vigor as I don't use any stamina. It's always good to like have Resolving Vigor just going in background, so pop it, jump into combat, then do my little Flappy Bird. Look, it just takes a second, but it's so annoying. It should be instant like that. Because when you're doing that, a lot of time, I think I've got a clip of this. I was doing it and my little chicken arms are just holding out, like it won't do anything. I can't remember which one it was. Not particularly want to go through them all. But that move where my arms are just out at that end bit, it holds them there, and until it puts it down, until the game puts it down, you can't do anything, and it ruins it. Right, so, but I would only recommend you use the bomber when the servers are like the max, because if you're using it as just a couple people online, yeah, you don't really want to be wasting your time with just a bomber. But yeah, that's how you get the most AP for your book in PvP. Don't forget to activate your scroll, which once you've done the quest, which you can pick up in the store, you just gotta find the scroll. Actually, do I have it? I have it slotted. No. There it is. Another thing as well, which I've found super annoying on this game, when you're trying to resurrect somebody, you walk up to the dead body and you hold the start button. But a lot of time it'll just do that. You just start bringing up this menu. Then you kind of just like flop in between like that. It's so... Whoever thought that were a good idea, not a very smart person. So what I would recommend to change that is walk up to a dead body, and as you can see I've got an up button, but left, right, down, it's not really doing nothing on the D-pad. So if I activated just pressing down to res somebody or left or right, it'd be a lot easier. Another thing as well, whoever thought this was a good idea, absolute morons. Because when you're in a fight, you've got that over your head, everyone else has got that over your head, you can't see players, you can't see the fighting, you can't see anything. It's absolutely insane. It should be... look at the size of... skull. Look at the size of that. Stupid. Should just be a little mark next to me and turn left or right and it'll be there. Look, I'm in the middle of combat and I've got the scout report pop up. Healing, it didn't do anything. Called it live. The frickin' healing is useless on a sorcerer. And if they need to do anything on this game, they need to seriously do something about the Frost Wardens and the DKs. The DKs are alright. Frost Wardens, I'm tired to death of being stunned. I waste all my resources just breaking free on this game, and it kind of makes you want to put your fist through your frickin' TV. So you break free, it does nothing. Break free again, it does nothing. Break free again, it does something, but now you've got no resources and you're moving at snail's pace. And wait, 2 seconds left, you're dead. That on top of healing not working for a sorcerer and whatever else is mental. Right, well, I'm getting up with PvP for now. But yeah, it's made an interesting build, and wanted to try it out. Whatever. Anyway, guys, enough bitching and moaning from me. I'll catch you next time I bitch and moan about ESO, which will probably be in about a week's time. If you're doing PvP, good luck to you, despite whatever your alliance is. If you're new to PvP, my advice would be to be at the back, heal, watch what other people are doing, take note, and adjust your sets accordingly. Because if you're using PvE sets, not all sets are defined as PvE, but some clearly are, like Stormmaster. I think Stormmaster only works on monsters, not on players, so I don't think that's clearly defined. But yeah, just hang back, watch what other people do. My advice would be to heal. You don't get as much AP now for healing as you would before, but healing, everyone needs healers. My advice would be to join the red team, because we're friendly, we have a laugh, and the blues are toxic as hell. They'll send you messages giving you all kinds of abuse. What's this guy say? Dual Zerg Bob, whatever that means. He just continues to message me because I think he's lonely or something, or he's in love with me. That's what I'm going to put it down to. Yeah, Blues, Yellows can be super toxic. Some nice players in there. Reds have the moments as well, but we're a lot more friendly than the other two alliances. And on top of that, Yellows and Blues team up, so it's what we call Team Green. We've informed Zen about this, told them to get some people in the game to watch out for it. They don't listen, they don't care, so it's got red lines, find two alliances. We still thrash them 9 times out of 10. We went on I think it was a 17 or 18 month winning spree, so like 2 bleeding years where we just won every single campaign. You can tell if campaign is by this. Yeah, so you get massive rewards at the end of the campaign. For the last 2 months, Blue's been winning because Reds have not really been on as much. I think just had a break for a bit of fatigue. But it seems like with mid-year, it's like a resurgence, getting all players back in. But yeah, nice friendly alliance on EU. If you see harassment in the game, report it despite whoever it is. And I mean, it won't denote, but yeah, whatever. I'll catch you next time, and good luck.